Oh Lord, y'all gotta keep on going, just like Oto Nemsadze for Georgia at the Eurovision Song Contest 2019. Should we talk about it? Let's do that!
Iare ulica, svaka da iare, si vjeri dušu šet, etvanec iare.
Woo! I've not run so fast since I ran to buy my Eurovision DNA kit from MyHeritage. Thank you so much, Toda. In any case, Georgia is bringing a Georgian language song to Eurovision 2019. It is called Keep Going. This is all about Georgian strength.
I think it might be Keep On Going.
Keep on going even.
Even.
It's all about Georgian strength, the ability to keep on, and it's also a call for peace. It's saying, let's say no to war. My ultimate conclusion here is that this is made for a domestic audience, not only in the language, but also in the meaning.
And its delivery.
Its delivery, it's very angry and difficult for those of us outside of Georgia to access, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think he's got an interesting voice. I do think he's musical, even as he's raspy and, you know, he's kind of yelling. Look, he won Georgian Idol twice for a reason. He's got a likable factor to him, likable quality, and he can sing. I just think that what he's singing will not appeal outside of Georgia. I think this song will come toward the bottom, if not last, in its semifinal.
Yeah. It's hard because I think the message actually resonates a lot. You know, you look at the music video, it's about reuniting parts of Georgia that are no longer part of the state because they're occupied.
South Otesia and
This is expressly political.
Yeah, that's an express political. So, I mean, you do wonder about that song. I agree. I mean, we talk about songs that are kind of a wall of sound in a good way or a bad way. I tend towards this being the latter case. It feels very loud and shouty, without like a variation in tone and quieter or louder moments. So I struggle with that on that level. I also think that the Georgian language doesn't help it for accessibility. I don't know that they've ever had kind of, well, no, they have had songs in Georgian before, but I don't know that I've ever responded as well to them as the ones in English. And just like in a year of heavy male ballads, another shouty heavy male ballad really does not help them here. So yeah, all of this is to say that I don't have high expectations for the semi-final. Willing to be surprised and hope for it, because I think his voice, there are elements there. He clearly has musicality and artistry to him. It's just the song is not really the best vehicle for that, I think.
you know, I think it's important to bring messages to Eurovision. I mean, this is a contest that reaches out to, you know, at its lowest level, 190 million people.
183.
Yeah, but even some,
Still a lot.
even some say 220. I mean, but yeah, it's still a lot. It's definitely more than 150. And yeah, I salute the drive to kind of use that as a platform to highlight what's important to you. And certainly, you know, national pride and identity. I mean, of course, you know, he's singing for Georgia. It's not a bad thing to talk about what's happening in Georgia and to bring light to that. However, it needs to be oxymated, you know, at this point.
A bit poppier.
You know what I mean. At this point, I'm just looking at him transfixed for 3 minutes, but not in a particularly good way.
Yeah.
And when you're not latching on to the message because you can't speak Georgian, then you need to latch onto the melody, but there isn't any clearly defined melody here. Or even the emotion, and the emotion is one of deep anger. Or even, like, I'm trying to grapple onto something here and everything almost loses me. But I do recognize that this guy has a great voice. It's actually very difficult to sing in that way for like 3 straight minutes with, I mean, it's backing singers at this point. They just do one line in the bridge and then it goes back to him. So he's really the driving force of this keep going on.
I think we all can hum the chorus of da 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 da. It's very Game of Thrones, winter is coming, terrifying. It is terrifying and somewhat apocalyptic.
Yeah.
I saw him live in Amsterdam, and I must say, he's a very good live performer. He really sells what he's got. It's just, I'm not buying it. It's too angry. I want happiness and love, or I want to connect with something, you know, sad and stirring. But this just kind of terrifies me. And
Can I just give a shout out to the Georgian
love them.
delegation?
Tintin Baradishvili.
Oh, and Natia and all that team.
Natia.
Natia, she's amazing. But the thing is, I feel like they've even done better with this because at Georgian Idol, it was even worse. I mean, they've revamped it.
That one judge stood up and was like walking out.
Yeah.
It just seemed weird to me that she would do that. It was like they had cooked this in advance, like the nationalist song was going to win or something. Do you know what I mean? This is not a song you pulsate to. Maybe it resonates so strongly domestically because of the cultural and political factors right now that we just can't access. And so we're not saying it's bad, it's just we can't understand it.
And I couldn't understand the reaction. Like, wow. Like, wow.
She was
like...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
In any case, should we give scores? All right. My score is a 2. That is 2 out of 10. And all of those points are because he is a very charismatic performer. The song does nothing for me.
Yeah, I'm a 3 out of 10. I'm in a similar camp. There's not a lot here to access. I can sort of appreciate some of the rocky sensibilities, but I just have issues with the wall of sound thing. It's just a very loud song with not a lot of... It's linear progression again, and that's the problem for me.
Okay. I disagree. I think it deserves a little bit more. I'm giving it a 4 out of 10.
So generous.
It's double what you gave it. It's double.
Yeah, but when you double nothing, you still have nothing.
It's double. It's double. You gave it a 2. I'm giving it a 4. I think that this, with the right LED to communicate the themes in this, I think that it could be quite an amazing show. I think if this is such an important message, it's not about ranking anymore. It's about putting that message across. And I feel that that's the important thing to take from this. Put the message across. At least let us know what you're singing about, and let us relate to the passions of national unity and, you know, border division and all the problems that this entry attempts to unpack.
I mean, narrative matching score, it's a 4. Just... let's accept it. Let's not.
It's a 4.
Yeah, also, I didn't like all the flags and the LED. It was literally just flags in Georgian Idol, and it just...
There needs to be more.
You can have one flag, but then you need to mix it up. In any case, the overall WIWI jury average, when we take scores from our bloggers all over the world, including in Georgia, hey Reza Memsekashvili, hey! When we add all of them up and divide by 50 million, the average score is... 3.76.
Did Reza Mamishkavili vote?
I don't think he would, yeah, he would have scored that higher. And he loves Oto Nemsadze, we might as well say. They hung out, the video is very dramatic, his new video is very touching actually. It's just the song, we can't access it.
Yeah.
In any case, that's what we think. What do you think? Are you keeping on? Are you keeping on going? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.
Keep keeping on and keep following us on multiple social media platforms, especially Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
And subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell if you want to keep on going with all of our videos that we'll upload in the coming weeks. Like the video and leave us a comment so we know what you think about Keep On Going too.
Yeah, see you later. Bye!